Good evening, everybody. Oh, I think we got. Oh, Mexi, are you there? We're trying to get Mexi on with us. She's not muted. We're going to talk a little bit about what happened with Richard Allen. Seems to be quite a bit going on in just the last day or so. So I'm trying to find Mexi friends. So yeah, I thought we could go through that. There's a little bit of paperwork. There's like a virtual tour of there's Mexi of Monon High Bridge to kind of take a look at. The defense is trying to get that ballistics out. So there's a few things going on, and I don't know if anybody watched that. Did you see the shape he showed up in? Ooh, we thought he was skinny last time. Now the guy's a waif. I have no idea what's been going on with him. So Mexi. I think what I'll do. I wonder if you unplug that microphone completely and you just go based off of. Can you try that, Mexi? So, is everybody doing well tonight? We're getting a little bit better weather. We're heading on our holidays tomorrow, so we'll be gone for a couple of days, but I am thinking about streaming while I'm out there. It's gorgeous. So, let's see. Start here. And we'll see if in the meantime we can get Mexi on the go. So let's see here. Incriminating statements. Trial date set during Richard Allen's Delphi unaliving case. So we'll just take a quick boo. They do things a little bit different on this platform. I'm getting it figured. Slow and steady, right? All right. So we know that he was arrested last October and charged with the deaths of Abby Williams and Libby German. And this happened just off of the Monon High Bridge in 2017. Specifically, they were found on Valentine's Day, sadly. So this is him coming into court today. Let me know what you guys think.
I am Mitzi Janelle Tan, a climate justice activist from the Philippines, and I will be participating in Space Transform.
Happening right now in Delphi, a court hearing is underway for Richard Allen. He is charged with murder in the deaths of Abby Williams and Libby German. Our Bob Siegel's been in the courtroom in Delphi all morning, and he joins us now live. Bob, what have you learned so far?
Gina, we've got a lot to cover from the first 2 hours of this hearing. We're on a lunch break right now. Let me start by saying the biggest thing that is happening here today is what is not happening. We expected there to be a suppression hearing on ballistics evidence about an unspent bullet that was found at the crime scene and whether that should be admissible in court. We expected that to be the focus of today's hearing, but Judge Fran Gall decided that that is going to be rescheduled for a different day. So for the time being, that important decision is put on hold. So the focus now today has been on whether or not Richard Allen should remain in a state maximum security prison. His defense attorney, Brad Rosie, spent the morning trying to lay out a very compelling case for why keeping Richard Allen in a maximum security prison is not only having a huge impact in his deteriorating health, but also it's really preventing the defense from being able to effectively be able to prepare a case for trial. So some of the witnesses I can tell you we heard from today, we heard from an intern that works with the defense team. He explained just how crazy difficult it's been getting.
So based on what they've done with the last couple court appearances, I don't think we're going to see this one streamed. I bet you that we get updates during breaks. That is my thoughts. What do you guys think?
In and out of the Westfield maximum security prison. He described how Richard Allen is essentially led through that prison. He described in his word as a dog, that he is on a chain leash when he is paraded through the halls, as they described it, with chains on his feet and his hands in chains as well, that when they try to meet with him to talk about their defense, that those meetings have been videotaped by the Westfield Correctional Facility. We heard from Captain Gary Lewis. He oversees the maximum security unit at Westville, and he said that to the best of his knowledge
So Mexi and I were talking about this before the stream started. Well, hello, Shauna. And, you know, we're trying to figure out why Richard Allen looks so bad, because he looks like crap. Is this stress that's doing this to him? Is he eating? I'm wondering, and again, Mexi and I were just talking about this, why is he shackled so heavily? I mean, we don't see Bryan Kohberger getting strutted around like this. So, you know, like you guys were just saying, they better have the right guy.
5 years that he has been there in that unit, Richard Allen is the only pre-trial defendant to ever be housed there. And the defense basically explained how things are much different in county jails where it is much easier to get access. And they said that because of the conditions that Richard Allen is in at the Westfield Correctional Facility, he has deteriorated so much that he's not even really able to help in his own defense right now. So the defense...
So based on what I've seen, I can believe he can't participate in his defense right now. He's younger than I am, and he looks like a wobbly old man. So what has been happening to his mental status? I would imagine that they should probably be thinking about sending him for some kind of evaluation.
Said that they had worked out an agreement for Richard Allen to be moved to the Cass County Jail, which is only about 20 minutes away from here. We heard from the sheriff in Cass County, and he said in his words, when it comes to Richard Allen, we don't want him. But he said that if the court orders them to take Richard Allen, the sheriff said that they would be able to, in their words, house him securely, and that they would be willing to do that. So we have heard this morning from the defense and the reasons why they don't believe that Richard...
Can you guys see at this point any reason why he needs to be in like a very like a prison, a very high security prison? I don't know if this is the case or not. It's just something I heard, that when he leaves his cell, and he is in solitary confinement by the sounds of things anyways, he has the waist, the arms are shackled, the feet are shackled, and they walk him with a leash. This is what they're saying. So probably a chain is what they're saying by a leash. I don't know if this is the case, but I certainly hope not.
Richard Allen should remain in a state maximum security prison. They want him moved closer here to Carroll County. This afternoon, we will hear the prosecutor explain why they feel differently. Now, a couple other really important notes to pass along here. Both the prosecutor and the defense this morning referred to incriminating statements that Richard Allen made in prison, essentially a confession of sorts. The defense team,
So we'll listen to this. I find it very, very interesting. They're saying that he's made some kind of confession while he was in jail. They're saying that he said multiple things, and the defense is trying to say, no, it's due to his mental capacity right now, but he's talking. So whether or not they'll be able to get that in, we'll have to wait and see.
By the way, we haven't heard much more about that other than passing references to it. The defense pointed out that whatever was said was very general and very inconsistent with Richard Allen's previous comments. We expect to hear more about that this afternoon. Also, we want to pass along that Judge Gall announced that she is going to unseal lots of documents that are currently still kept under seal in this case, and that is going to come next week. I'll point out, Richard Allen, I was sitting inches away from him when he walked in and out of court this morning. He does not look like the Richard Allen that we saw months ago. He is looking incredibly frail. He has lost a tremendous amount of weight. He was being held on both sides by police officers escorting him in. And at one point, he actually shook back and forth, and it prompted one of the officers to come.
I'm hoping that they show that coming up because, yeah, he got the weebles. Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down.
Up and hold him more tightly by the arm. He does look shaky and he does look very frail, and that is part of the defense's argument here about the fact that where he is currently being held, he has deteriorated so much that he is not able to help in his own defense. We're going to have a lot more information to share here this afternoon. Right now, we're on a short break for a lunch recess.
So, yeah, he's not in the best shape at all. From what I've seen, and they're not giving a whole pile out. Jazzyman. They're not giving a whole bunch out, but what they are letting out is certainly interesting. Okay, so good to see you, Perry. Hope you're doing well. I've thought about you a time or two, wondering, hoping everything's going good in your bubble. Okay, so Richard Allen made admissions of guilt. This is what they're saying. Multiple people, according to Carroll County prosecutor, trial set for multiple weeks in January. So they have given a trial date. Whether or not it's going to get bumped, we don't know, but let's see what they say here.
Make this the summer you started here.
With my luck, I'd get a strike for having music on a commercial. Okay, Mark, get set, go. Didn't we just do this? New platform. Okay, fingers crossed. Okay. Come on.
Been set for the murder trial of Richard Allen, the man accused of killing two Delphi teens back in 2017. Today, there was a lot of speculation about several motions that the judge could have ruled on during a hearing. WRTV's Caitlin Kendall takes us inside that courtroom.
Judge Frangold decided not to hear testimony on ruling out key ballistic evidence, instead saying she'll hear that on a different day. She did, however, set a trial date for Richard Allen starting on January 8th of next year. She only heard testimony on the possibility of moving Richard Allen to a new facility. Allen walked into the courtroom as he has before in a yellow jumpsuit, his arms bound to his chest, his feet shackled. But today he looked significantly different than he has. Allen appeared much thinner than before, and that was a main part of the defense's case today, saying the facility in Westville that he's currently at is just not right for him, citing his mental and physical health. They also claim distance was a major inconvenience and access to Allen hasn't been easy. Several witnesses took to the stand. In that questioning, it came out that Allen...
So they have been saying that allegedly his lawyers have even been having a hard time getting to him. Again, it's allegedly. If this prison is pulling all this crap, it could literally cost this case. I hope that nobody is out there playing the big man trying to get away with shit that they really shouldn't even be doing.
had allegedly made incriminating statements while in the prison, but about his ties to the deaths of Libby and Abby. The defense and prosecuting attorneys admitted to knowing about these supposed confessions, eventually stating that they've been made 5 or 6 times. The defense believed that this is due to his mental and physical state deteriorating. For those reasons, they say the statements shouldn't be considered. However, it was not made clear exactly what those statements were. And when it comes to where Allen should be held, the Cass County Sheriff said that they could hold him, then said that they didn't want to. The warden at the Westville facility, where he is right now.
Look at him, hey? He's just like a waif. There's hardly anything to him. There's one time that he kind of loses his balance, and the guards or whatever they are, they have to help him up because, yeah, he's not getting along around that well.
Said that he doesn't have any concerns over Allen's safety. Now, the state said that they didn't have a problem with Allen moving to the new facility, but that their main request is that he be held on no bond. As for the ruling from the judge, Judge Fran Gohl said she'll take everything into consideration and issue a ruling here in the coming days. As for unsealing documents, which was another point of conversation today, the judge said she will unseal a number of documents that have been submitted when it comes to pleas in this.
I am really happy to hear this. I'll go back just in case we missed a little bit. Sounds like they're going to unseal some documents for us to take a boo at next week.
Number of documents that have been submitted when it comes to pleas in this case. We'll have those sometime mid next week. In Carroll County, Caitlin Kindle, WRTV.
So yeah, let me see here. Richard Allen has made admissions of guilt to more than one person about his involvement in the deaths of Liberty German and Abigail Williams, according to the Carroll County prosecutor, Nicholas McClelland. He made multiple confessions to multiple people, McClelland said during Allen's hearing today. Allen's attorney acknowledged the confession, saying Allen made incriminating statements while at the Westville Correctional Facility. He also claimed those statements should not be trusted because of his client's mental state. Oh my God. You see, this is where we might run into trouble. Confessions, non-confessions, incriminating statements, non-incriminating statements. We'll deal with that, Allen's attorney, Brad Rosie, said. The jury will hear all of that. Allen arrived at the Carroll County Courthouse earlier today, wearing a yellow jumpsuit with his hands cuffed in front of him. His face was shaven, and those in attendance noted that he appeared to have lost additional weight since his last appearance. I think so too. I do. Oh, Allen's wife was among the crowd gathered inside the courtroom. Oh, yeah, wifey. I put some thought into her this morning because I thought she just basically disappeared. But, oh, he's my person, she whispered to WRTV's Caitlin Kendall before the hearing began. Allen's wife, what did I just read? Allen's wife was among the crowd. He's my person. Okay. Allen's trial is set to take place January 8th through January 26, 2024. They're expecting it to go 3 weeks. Special Judge Fran Gohl was set to hear multiple arguments in the case on Thursday, today, including whether to move Allen to a different facility and whether key ballistics evidence should be used during the upcoming trial. Gohl began the hearing by tabling the discussion on the ballistics evidence, which will now be heard at a different date. She also announced that several additional documents will be unsealed sometime early next week. The exact documents and date of the unsealing was not given. There's another. So yay. I wonder what they're going to give us. I'm ready. It's been, was it just the 6th anniversary? Sometimes it seems so much longer. Sometimes it seems like yesterday. So today's hearing focused on the defense and prosecution's argument on whether Allen would be moved or should be moved to a different facility for housing before his trial. Testimony was heard from several witnesses supporting the defense's argument to move Allen to a new facility and also regarding his mental state. The state's testimony included several mentions of admissions that Allen had allegedly made on at least 5 or 6 occasions regarding his involvement in the 2017 deaths of Liberty German and Abigail Williams. I don't know what that was. Both the defense and the prosecuting attorney admitted knowledge of these conversations. The defense argued that due to Allen's mental and physical state, due to his current housing situation, those admissions should not be trusted. I think they're going to have to send him to be evaluated. They're not saying exactly what type of admissions he made. So, Allen was arrested on October 2022 and is charged with a felony in the deaths of Libby and Abby. Allen has been housed at the Westville Correctional Facility since November 2022, when he was transferred to the state's custody for safekeeping at the request of Toby Lesenby, who was the Carroll County Sheriff at the time. At the time, is he not any longer? That order, which was approved the same day, stated that the public's bloodlust for information was dangerous and that Allen was in danger as well as those who were guarding him. In an emergency motion filed April 5th, Allen's defense team claimed their client had suffered poor conditions while being held at Westville, which is a maximum security prison. His attorneys argued that they have secured a space at the Cass County Jail, which would put him closer to his attorneys and his family. Carroll County Prosecutor Nicholas McClelland had no objection to Allen being moved, according to the order, although the Carroll County Sheriff's Department declined the request. What the hell's that all about? In their April filing, Allen's attorneys included 2 photographs as evidence to support their argument that housing Allen at Westville was impacting his mental and emotional health. Yeah, this is only what? Get down. 6 months? October. Yeah, I think this was only 6 months. So one of the main arguments from Allen's attorney on Thursday was that Westville had never housed inmates before their trial, and that everyone currently being held there has been convicted of a crime. Allen's attorneys say they want Allen to be treated like any other pre-trial defendant. They argued he has no privacy at Westville, and they have spent all of their time trying to get him housed in better conditions. So they have not been able to focus on the case and their defense. We're asking for basic human rights. We're not asking to put him in the Holiday Inn. And do you know what? If his rights are being infringed on, that's a no-go. That's no. They can't be doing that. He says he spent a significant amount of time trying to get access to the facility and build their case to get Allen moved. I think they're tired of me, and I don't blame them, Rozzi said. I've had a job to do. During the first half of the hearing, the defense called 4 witnesses to the stand to give their testimony of Allen's current conditions and the possibility of moving him to Cass County. Chief Deputy Toby Lesenby with the Carroll County Sheriff's Office, Max Baker, an intern for the attorney Bradley Rozzi's office, Gary Lewis from Westville Correctional Facility, and Cass County Sheriff Ed Schroeder. Lesenby testified that the Carroll County Sheriff's Office is unable to house Allen because of the pressure it would put on their office. He argued that Allen would have to be housed with a general population at their jail because they have a small staff compared. Okay, well, Cass County Sheriff Schroeder told the judge that he believes his facility could handle housing Allen. I don't want him, but we could handle him. So Schroeder explained that Cass County would have resources available to Allen, including mental health care, and said they recently added 150 beds to their jail facility. So it does sound like that might be the place for him to go. He says the defense would be able to meet Allen through plexiglass, and his family could speak with him through video chat. Ooh, sorry, guys. So the prosecution called 2 witnesses, Carroll County Sheriff Tony Leggett and John Gallipo, during the second half of Thursday's hearing. Leggett testified to the size of his department and their inability to properly house and watch Allen in Carroll County. It is a small facility. So he explained that while it is evident that Allen has lost weight, he has been eating, showering, and utilizing recreation time in the prison. Okay. This is, yeah. So Gull issued a temporary restraining order for the DOC while Allen's attorneys are meeting with him. She plans to take the argument under advisement and will make a ruling on whether or not he will be moved out of Westville at a later date. So yeah, little bit of a difference here, eh? Unreal. I'm just looking at this, trying to figure out if it's a possible. Is it possible that he's doing this to himself? I don't know. I mean, inmates have been known to do some pretty extreme things, right? So let's take a boo at a little bit. Give me 2 seconds here.
2 seconds.
And I will see. Here we go. I think I got it. Prosecutor Richard Allen confessed to up to 5 or 6 times to the Delphi. Uh-oh. Let's see here.
To defeat and throw out some of that evidence, including that bullet that was found at the scene. I'm Russ McQuaid, reporting live in Delphi.
Russ, thank you.
Oh, so yeah. If they're able to get rid of some of that evidence, I think there could be trouble. And I really hope that they have not been mistreating this guy, because holy crap. Yeah, just it's not like a spent bullet. It sounds like it might have been in the chamber, but it was not shot, is the way I'm understanding it. Let's see. I don't think that science is reliable from what I read. Don't know. Yeah, I've kind of heard something similar too, that it's not an exact science, that it's not like a fingerprint or a tire tread or some of these things that are a little bit more identifiable or able to, they're able to find similarities. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking, Mexi. But an ejected round or unchambered would be different, I would think, in my opinion. Yeah, that's the thing, Shauna. They want the ballistics out so bad. If you were innocent, why wouldn't you be reaching for anything that would show that? Well said. Yeah, well said. I'm with you. I know nothing about guns. No, just that probably it wouldn't be a good idea for me to have one. I'd probably get myself in trouble. Oh, I think it's going to come down to circumstantial evidence. I think you're probably right. I hope not, but I think you're probably right. Yeah. Well, hello, Bruja. Good to see you. Nice to see you. Oh my God, okay. Ignore this, Bruja. Ignore this. It's out of control. No, you're not doing anything, Streamlabs. Maxie. Yeah, I have to like figure out Streamlabs help. Okay, you know, Perry, and that is the thing. I find it very difficult to believe his wife wouldn't recognize him from that footage. And the voice, right? The walk, the clothes, everything. You never know. Thank you. Oh my word. Yeah, he's hanging out with DB Cooper. It was him. You'll never catch him. Yeah, did you see that? Wearing something that had like current in it, so if you misbehave, they could zap him. Okay. Like, I don't know. Bryan Kohberger has been accused of some pretty crappy stuff. I got swear words wanting to come out. With some pretty crappy things himself, and you don't see him like walking around like this. Oh, did he? He needed one though. Daryl Brooks had a shock device on in court. He was like unreal, that guy. To the point where now I hear his voice and it's like, oh God, turn it off. Oh, was he? Very good question. I liked it when he came in and he was strapped to the chair. Yeah, they are saying that it's the beginning of January, but they say they need 3 weeks. So we're going to have to see how that works out. Yes. I'm just a normal bloke who likes a bit of torture. Chopper Reed, rest in peace. Well said. Very true. We all missed you. We're all asking about you. Oh, that's a good question. Was it Chopper who got his ashes shot out of a cannon? But I don't. Oh, I don't think so. Wasn't that author? Yeah. Hit the thumbs up to annoy Skynet. Yes. Please do, if you've enjoyed the coverage, please do hit that thumb. If you think I suck, hit that thumbs down. Any which way. And yeah, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. We'd love to have you. We got a great chat. Great community. Yes, that's right. It's, yeah, his name's, it's not coming to me, but yeah, I know exactly who you mean. Oh, just about there. Johnny Depp's drinking buddy. Let's see. Yes, Hunter S. Thompson. Exactly. That's exactly who it was. So, guys, I do believe I've still got packing to do and housework to do and animals to feed. So I am going to, let's see here. I'm just getting this stuff figured. So I am going to say thank you very, very much, of course, for being here with me. I appreciate you guys more than I think you even know. So I hope everybody has an awesome weekend, and hopefully I'm able to connect. So if not, I'll see you Monday. Let's hope for this weekend. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Okay, guys. Have a great night.